Pineapple is one of the tastiest of the many delicious fruits grown in Cuba and is cultivated all over the island. Current exports are estimated at some 2 million crates per year. In this factory at Artemisa in Pinar del Rio province, pineapple is mixed with various syrups for exportation to the United States in semi-processed form. The importance of rice in the Cuban diet can be appreciated from the fact that the per capita consumption is 120 pounds per year. The island's total consumption at present amounts to 7 million quintals, with a value of approximately 72 million pesos, of which 40% is now produced in Cuba. That is, about 10 times more than 15 years ago. Minerals rank third among Cuba's exports, next after sugar and tobacco products. Total mineral exports amounted to 37 million pesos in 1953 and 30 million pesos in 1954. These are the Mata Hambre copper mines in Pinar del Rio. Copper and manganese make up the bulk of the island's present mineral production. Iron ore output is rather small due to the low price of this mineral. Nickel production, which had stopped for several years after a wartime spurt, has been resumed and is being stepped up. Considerable activity may be seen in the mining zone of Moa in Oriente province, where a big plant is being installed for the concentration of nickel, cobalt, and chrome. These minerals, it is believed, will occupy first place among Cuba's mineral exports in the next few years. Varadero, the most beautiful beach in America on the north coast of Matanzas province. The new Paso Malo Canal at Varadero, recently completed and very useful to yachtsmen. Guiterres Bridge at the mouth of the Canima River on the Villa Blanca Highway. Rayon factory in Matanzas. Cuba started to manufacture rayon only 7 years ago. In 1953, production amounted to approximately 10,000 tons, of which 2,500 was rayon yarn. Total output of Henneken in 1954 amounted to 33 million pounds, of which some 15 million pounds were exported to the United States and Canada. There are at present 11 modern Henneken plants in Cuba like this one at Matanzas. A sugar mill. The sugar industry accounts for 81% of the island's exports, utilizes 30% of its soil and 70% of its transportation, and represents from 30 to 40% of the national income. Sugar output in 1955 was 4,396,000 long tons. Cardenas, on the north coast of Matanzas, is one of the large alcohol distilling centers of Cuba. The very up-to-date electric plant in Matanzas is the largest operated by the company in the interior of the island. It has 2 units of 15,000 kilowatts each, the first completed in 1951 and the second a year later. It cost over 6 million pesos. This plant is connected to Havana by a direct transmission line of 66,000 volts, prepared to carry 110,000 volts and which cost about 3 million pesos. And it is also interconnected with the central network by means of various 33,000 volt lines. These generators are driven by steam from oil-burning boilers operating at a pressure of 600 pounds per square inch. Anabanilla Waterfalls, the largest and most colorful in Cuba, in the mountains near Cienfuegos, Las Villas province. Marta Abreu University, on the outskirts of Santa Clara. Founded less than 4 years ago, it has already accomplished some very creditable scientific and cultural work for the country. The new Orfelio Ramos Hotel at Santa Clara. New hotels are mushrooming all over the island. In Manacas, near Santo Domingo, we see a modern brewery which, together with other new industries, has enriched his central part of Cuba. New tanneries, like this one at Caibarien, tan some 700,000 hides every year throughout the island. The province of Las Villas has 3 important fishing centers, Cienfuegos, Isabela de Sagua, and this one at Caibarien. Total value of the 1954 fishing production was about 5 million pesos. 80% of the striped tunny and tunny fish consumed in Cuba is fished locally. The island, with its 69 ports and some 1,600 quays along its coastline, offers unusual opportunities for the expansion of the fishing industry. The modern, lovely city of Cienfuegos, Jagua Bay, serene in its vastness, lies between colorful mountains and trees of dark green, as if Mother Nature had designed to protect it from the fury of the elements. Cienfuegos has 2 electric plants, an old one of 6,100 kilowatts capacity and a modern one of 10,000 kilowatts situated in the district of Aburque, on the other side of the bay, and which dates from 1950 and cost about 3 million pesos. The Aburque plant was the first in Cuba in which boilers of the outdoor type were installed. The 2 generators of 5,000 kilowatts each are of the most modern design. From the Cuatro Caminos substation on the outskirts of Cienfuegos, a high line goes out to Santa Clara. Roofs, patios, and huge colonial earthen jars, typical of the architecture and tradition of Camagüey. Monument to the patriot Ignacio Agramonte, who coined the famous phrase, "To fight for the liberty of Cuba, the arms of honest purpose are sufficient."